Hello guys and welcome back to this channel. So I've already finished my first 4 trades of the week. Is it actually weird that I'm already waiting for the fifth one? Because what I'm looking at currently is just a very nice uptrend. Obviously, when you look at it on a bigger time frame, you realize that price actually swept through the fair value gap that I was actually thinking price will come and stop at, right? So price swept through it. At the same time, what we are looking at currently is a trend line. This type of trend line doesn't show a falling trend, right? It doesn't show a falling trend. It shows massive bullish movement, indicating that buyers are still in the market. So what is a falling trend? Did this, or I've shown this countless times. So if price is pushing all the way up, we expect that even if there's a consolidation, it should still be at that same pace and it should be pushing all the way up, right? This is a consolidation. Very, very nice. But in any case, price is going to fall, which I usually call a falling trend. Trust me, I did not even know how to come up with a very good name for that. If it's going to fall with that falling trend, we see something that looks like this. Probably a reduce in what volume of the overall trend movement. So you can see that keep on decreasing as it goes on, right? Now, this doesn't really show that. It doesn't really show that yet. So it indicates that buyers are still in the market extremely serious, right? So what do I do? Obviously, I wait for a good execution. This right here could have been a good execution. After price actually consolidated right here and start pushing all the way up. But yes, I wasn't in the market, so I did not see it. I did not even bother myself to execute a trade based on that, right? But yes, that is just what I'm looking at currently. Now, what I'm looking for is a drop in price. If there's a drop in price, I'll probably execute a trade around this zone right here. But if price did not also do that, I'll still execute a trade anyways, because I can see price is heavily moving toward the upward side. And if we are going to get this same movement after this consolidation, trust me, it's going to be massive, right? It's going to be massive, and we are going to be in a lot of profit. So this right here was the initial movement before the consolidation, right? So what are we going to do? Let's just try our best and calculate that same movement. Let's see if price is going to repeat its move. Now, trust me, this was because of news, so this might not actually push that much. But yes, if price is going to move that same pace, we will be all the way up to 34.23. That will be extremely huge for price itself, and that right there will be a very good price movement, right? So that right there is what I'm currently looking at. I've told you guys price might push all the way down to pull liquidity from this zone right here, or it might not, because right now what we are looking at is an upward movement. We are not looking at a sell trend. Yes, we can also see that price hasn't really tested our trend line yet. It hasn't really tested our trend line yet, so there is still a high chance that price might also test this trend line and just continue to shoot all the way down. So I just want to extend it with this ray tool right here. I'm quite bad at that, but that's not a problem. So this is all right. So this is what we are looking at. You can see the price hasn't really tested the trend line yet. Still, I can't actually quite get it right. Yeah, I think this is all right. This is quite close and it's all right. So price hasn't really tested the trend line yet. So if we're executing a trade or a buy here, we should actually be looking forward for price getting into this zone and maybe giving us a rejection around this range right here, right? Yes, that is where we should be looking forward for a rejection. So anything I do, I'll probably be taking first TP above this. So let's say somewhere around maybe this zone right here will be all right. That'll be around 33.69. So let's go ahead and look forward for where 33.69 is. So yeah, obviously that's just the last high of this whole movement right here. So yeah, that will be it. Even if I'm executing a trade here, I should be looking forward to taking first TP here. And at the same time, my stop loss, I think my stop loss should go below this zone right here. So it's basically just going to be a 1:2 risk to reward ratio. I'm going to execute two trades. I'm going to execute two trades. So I've executed two trades. Now, where should my stop loss be? Now, it was actually inside this zone right here, so I had to send it to this level. So where should my stop be? Now, because price has already shoot all the way up, I'm buying at price high, right? This is not price low. This is price high. Price low is about this zone right here. So if I'm buying around this zone, my stop loss should be below at least this level. So just about 1:2 risk to reward ratio is all right. It's all right. This is a 5 minute time frame, by the way. This is a 5 minute time frame. So yeah, this is all right. This is all right for this trade. I might lose this, I might not, but one thing for sure is I want to follow the trend, which is an upward movement. So maybe if price actually gets to these highs right here, which is the um, resistance zone right here, and we see a major resistance, I will probably get out of full-time trades. But if there's not a resistance around this zone, and let's say price actually push all the way up and have a retest on that trend line, that shows a serious buys trend. So we'll probably be executing another trade just to counter trade that movement. But I can also see that something is happening around this zone. I don't actually see it first. I just saw it right now. I can also see that something that looks like probably a formation of, I've said this countless times, this is a what? A channel, right? A channel consolidation. So this is a channel of consolidation. So when price actually eventually gets back into this zone right here, or this channel right here, there might be a consolidation around this level. So I have to also be worried about that. But yeah, that's just it. That's just it. Price is pushing all the way up. We are still having some serious drawdown, about 1,200 or 1,400 thereabouts, right? But that is not a problem. A drawdown is a drawdown, right? A drawdown is a drawdown. Let's see what's going to happen with the trade itself. I'll see you guys soon.
A few moments later.
Hello guys, so this is how the trade is currently going. After I did execute the trade, I came back for another analysis just to add in more juice to the trend, or just to add in more reasons for the trend to push forward, or the reasons for the trend to actually push all the way down, right? And yes, obviously I realized that this was a very strong resistance zone. So price rejected from that level again, and that is not a good thing. And at the same time, what am I looking at? I'm currently looking at a downward movement. I don't see price pushing all the way up right now. Why? Because price has actually pushed all the way down, very very nice, and it has also created a bottom right here. So when you look closely, just around this zone right here, that is a bottom created. So all this price movement might just be a push to retest that bottom before a serious drop, right? So what do I do right now? I don't really have any serious thing to do, to be honest. What I have to do is just wait. I've already set my losses. I already know how much I was losing on this trade. Yes, but if in any case I have a very serious drawback and I see a reason to actually get out of the trade, I'll probably get out of the trade even if it did not get to my stop loss yet, right? But currently it's a losing trade, and yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's not really a big deal. You can always get into another trade. I can always wait for price to break above this so that I'll get another trade, or maybe test this trend line again. Or at the same time, I can just wait for another serious movement, or another confirmed trend, or another confirmed chart pattern, or anything that I can actually use to execute another trade again, right? Yes, so that is just what I'm looking at currently. That is what I'm looking at currently. You can see that on a 1 minute time frame, this is what it looks like. So currently on a 1 minute time frame, price is still doing a lot. There's a lot of volume around this zone right here. Yes, but price can equally still just push down and hit this trend line, or just push through it. So it's not really a problem. So far as price hasn't reached my stop loss, I still think we can go up maybe from this zone right here, but right now Because of this rejection, I'm doubting it, and because I pre-calculated my loss, so there's absolutely no reason I should worry. If price gets to that, you can always find another setup and another execution, right? But yes, that's just it. So you see what's happening, right? I just got first four trades of the day, and the fifth trade is a loss. So you have to know that losses are actually in trading, right? It's not really a big deal. This is actually making the chart look quite bulky. So I think I have to actually remove it. To be honest, I think this is it right here or something like that. Yeah, it makes the chart look bulky. Yeah. So this is it. You can see first one, two, three. The other one was on GBP USD, and yes, this week I don't really think I'll be executing bigger trades as well. As I've already said, last week I did not execute a lot of trades. I think last week I executed only two trades. You can see that I wasn't really at my setup, so that's why I set this alarm. But after looking at this on my phone, I just got back to actually analyze it and tell you guys what is happening. So if I wasn't around the setup, this craft triggered that price is getting to my stop loss, and I'll just come back and see what's happening, right? But yeah, that's what is happening. I've told you, price has actually broke through this zone right here, and I don't really see any reason for price pushing all the way up. I've said it already. This is just a retest. Everything you do, please try your best and um identify the loss that you are willing to take on a trade, because I could have equally wanted to push my stop loss again all the way down and bringing these things down, but no, that is not the right thing to do. You can always get into a different trade. It's that simple. It's not a big deal. You can always get into a different trade even if you have a loss. So the fifth trade of the day is a loss. I actually wanted this to be a very nice trade, but yeah, that's just it. It's a loss, but we can actually get another trade again because we are getting back into the trend line, right? So maybe the trend line will have a little bit of a push, but because of this level right here and this push, I don't really see that happening, to be honest. As you can see, it's a marvelous push. It's a marvelous push, to be honest. It's a marvelous push. I have to actually set an alarm above these right here. If price actually comes back to take that level, I'll probably be looking forward to executing buys again. But so far so good. Let me go to a bigger time frame. Let's see what we are having. So on a 45-minute time frame, we are still not having anything. As I've already said before, I actually executed the trade at price high. So yes, there's really not any serious thing happening, to be honest. Price is just still coming back to retest this trend line, and we can immediately get another reversal, and price is just going to shoot all the way up. So obviously, there's absolutely nothing serious happening. This right here has just became a serious zone for liquidity, right? When you look just around this zone, so this zone right here, it has just become a very serious zone for price to actually sweep. So price is currently doing absolutely nothing. It's just coming back into the trend line again. We can still just continue shooting all the way up. I've just executed the trade at price high. That is basically the reason why, and I did not calculate it well. That is mainly the reason why I actually got the loss right. But yeah, that's not the problem. What the problem is, we should actually look forward to executing the second trade, the sieve trade of the week. I wanted to actually push this down, but yeah, so this is useless because it's a loss, so it's not really important again. All right, so that's just what I'm looking at currently. Now I have to end this video and concentrate on trying my best to actually find another execution, so that I'll actually be much more profitable today. Even though the overall day is still in profits, but yes, if you lose, it's quite not a good thing. To be honest, I've said it countless times. It's not a good thing to lose, right? Even though if you are still in overall profit, it's still not going to be a good thing to lose. So let's see what's happening within this zone. Can price actually retrace from this level? I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.